expected, or what do you think?
Obviously, we want to come out and win bigger than we did and finish the game off stronger. But at the same time, we're still in the beginning of the season. We're still fresh. We're still learning each other. Still trying to make things click. You know, we're not going to be perfect right now. And so it was just like the first two games, the exhibition games. This was a learning experience, and we all were so amped because this started our season. It was the first game that actually counted, and we're glad to come into the locker room 1-0 right now, and we're going to continue it.
Was the most maybe disappointing part, Tarik, defensively, their ability to get the ball in the paint quite a bit?
Yeah, we heard the paint statistics, and we obviously don't want to allow that. But defensively, we have to work on things all around the court. The ball doesn't start in the paint; it starts from the other end of the court, and it works its way down. And so, for it to get to the paint, we have to work on the things that come in between, and then also as well work on stopping people in the paint, and doing it around the new rule of the fouls and things like that. So we're going to get better. We're going to work on it. We're going to spend days at practice. Obviously, now that we know that's a big obstacle for us, and we're going to get a lot better at it.
Andrew, are there more whistles even than you expected? Is the rules being enforced even more than you would have thought?
Well, we were told it was going to be like this, but even when you're in the game, it's very surprising. Even off the ball, it's kind of different defensively. You know, we got a couple bumps off the ball that were called as off-ball fouls. So, yeah, it's surprising to be in the game and see that. A little frustrating, you know, for guys I can imagine, but that's the rules. So we have to adjust based off how the referees are calling the game. So that's going to be emphasis we're going to work on in practice and try to correct it. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fouls.
Tarik, did you feel that Joel was particularly frustrated or bummed with his performance tonight?
You can see out there on the court, he's still trying to figure a lot of things out. It's all around in the media. Everybody talks about it, how he just started playing the game. He's now at Kansas, top program in the country. He's going to play competition. And he's going to have a target on his back every night. People are going to try to go at him every night. And it's still a learning process for him. It's still a lot he has to figure out. And that's what I have to continue to help him as well, continue to help him understand the game. That's why I talk to him throughout the game and let him know, okay, during the game, you're doing this, you got this tendency, that habit, you need to kind of change it, tweak it a little bit, this is what you need to do, and he's going to continue to get better as he has. You know, from day one when he stepped on campus to the point he is now, it's a big difference, and he'll continue to get better.
Andrew, Frank picked up those 2 quick fouls and had to come out of the game. How do you think Connor and Wayne did run the point? Was that a little difficult to play with guys that maybe aren't totally comfortable there?
It's something new. Connor's been practicing a lot at the point guard. I think, you know, coming into college, he was more of an off-ball guard, so he's improving. You know, in the second half, he made a huge jump just going back from the first half. So, you know, he got better at it right before our eyes. And Wayne has played a little bit of point in practice. You know, he's strong with the ball, but, you know, the point guard job is to get a shot and just get us in the offense. So, you know, it's going to take some work all the way around, but, you know, I think those guys did pretty well, you know, for the first game.
Or to bring back some memories playing with Marvin in there in the pub.
And the memories go back. I've always known he was a talented player. I've always been playing against him for a while now. People that don't know, we went to rival high schools. And so I'm glad we got the W, obviously, but I want to see him be successful, obviously, because he's from the hometown, and he's a guy that I've actually talked to a lot. Actually came up under my tutelage, kind of, sort of, as well. So I'm glad to see him doing his thing.
Wayne, how did it go without Nadir tonight?
I feel like at first it was a little rough, but I feel like Frank did a real good job. And then when he got in foul trouble, we probably struggled a little bit. But I feel like Frank did a real good job, and Connor did a real good job off the bench.
Tarik, I heard a lot of buzz in the hallway about you. They said, well, he's really emerged as a leader on this team. Do you feel like you have, or do you feel like is that something you accept?
Whenever I talk about leadership, I don't really. I like the way you said I emerged as a leader instead of saying, well, he was voted or he was picked, because it's just a quality that you have as a person. It's not really something that people can throw you into. Like, you just can't call out somebody at random and say, oh, you're a leader, lead our team. Your teammates have to respect you. You have to have certain qualities about yourself, and I think I possess those qualities. And I'm going to be Tarik Black regardless of if the guys think I'm a leader or coach thinks I'm a leader. Regardless, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to try to tell guys or give them knowledge about some things that I understand that they might not understand at certain times. So if I'm considered a leader on this team, I accept it. Definitely.
Wade, when you see Coach Self blow up at the refs like that, how much energy does that give you guys?
Oh, it's definitely fire. It definitely fuels the tank for us because we all see that, and it gets the bench into it, and then it gets the crowd into it, and then we just turn it up a notch.
You feel like that was kind of the turning point for the second half for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like that helped, definitely.
Andrew, kind of looking ahead to Tuesday, do you expect a little more talk, a little more hype? I mean, KU Duke, just this early in the season, it sounds like a pretty big matchup already.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good matchup. You know, two high-profile teams, but we're not really paying too much attention to the hype that's probably out there. You know, we have a few days to get ready for this game, and you know, starting with tonight, you know, guys need to mentally and physically get ready for this next game so that we can, you know, give our best effort to get this win. So, gonna go into practice tomorrow, start from there, work on some things defensively, execution-wise, you know, get everybody on the same page, and then we're gonna go from there. But, you know, with Kansas basketball, the hype is always gonna be there. But, you know, I just feel like for me and my team, we're just, you know, more concentrated on doing our part.
Speaking of hype, Tarik, would you care to comment on how Andrew handled tonight, got through this first game on Wiggins?
I think
Either one, yeah. Either one of you guys. Yeah. Oh, Wiggins did.
I think he did well. You know, he got into the flow of the game pretty quick. He's a very unselfish player, and that's what some people don't understand. You know, he looks for guys. He throws that extra pass. So, you know, maybe statistically it wasn't, you know, to people's expectations, but you know, I love playing with him just because he's a team player. And in the second half, I saw him scrapping on defense, smiling on the court, talking to me first, you know, and that's what I like to see out of him, just, you know, so he can enjoy the game. You know, I know it's a lot of pressure on him, but tonight I felt like, you know, he enjoyed the game, and that's big for him. You know, when you're having a good time, things kind of come easy. He's picking up on the system well, very coachable, so, you know, I think he did a good job tonight. It's his first college game. He's still a young guy. You know, I am too, but, you know, I think for what he did tonight, you know, respectable.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.